already dancing. Oh my goodness. Y'all, we have a dancing chef in the house. This is the first time that they are dancing on their own. High five, chef. Let's go. This is my new best friend, y'all. You don't even know it. Okay, y'all, seriously, Wednesday afternoon, this is the place that y'all want to come for dinner. I have found my new go-to place. We're out here in Vintage Park. Seriously, I'm serious. I mean, I've been here before, but I didn't get the full experience. I walked around. There is no restaurant that looks like this in the city of Houston, chef.
I agree.
I mean, literally, we go to so many restaurants, and I can't think of one that is slightly even resembling.
It's a hidden gem for sure.
It is a truly hidden gem. Chef, you're the executive chef here. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. And this is BRIX Wine Cellars, y'all. Like we said, Vintage Park, right next to the chef's table, across the way from Coco Crepes. Y'all know these places, all, of course, supporters of Houston Restaurant Weeks and Eat Drink HTX, which supports the Houston Food Bank. And y'all had an amazing August. Congratulations.
We did. It was great. Came out the gate running for sure.
And this was your first time.
This was my first time, yes.
First time,
yes,
y'all.
my first time.
That's not a quite common occurrence. So you should feel really good about that.
I'm very proud of it.
Because
Absolutely.
you are literally feeding people as people come into the restaurant. Because Houston Food Bank, that is the largest food bank in the world. This event is their single largest annual fundraiser every single year. They are so efficient, Chris. I don't know if you know, but Houston Food Bank can turn every dollar into 3 meals for food insecure Houstonians.
Absolutely.
So a couple going out to eat, $55 menu, that's 21 meals per person.
Per person, yes, sir.
And so it's kind of like a 2-for-1.
Absolutely.
It's like a 2-for-1, Remember, guys, Houston Restaurant Weeks has been extended, but this is the last week. Monday, September 30th is your last day to get these special menus benefiting the Houston Food Bank. But that's okay. You can come back whenever.
Absolutely.
Because wait until you see the food and wait until you see the inside of this restaurant. We've got some pictures we're going to show you guys a little bit later. But let's go right to the food, I say.
Let's do it.
Because the salad that I've seen, I think it's coming up first. It's not going to be there very much longer. It looks absolutely incredible. Tell us what we're looking at, chef.
So this is our house salad. This has cherry tomatoes, sliced cucumbers, and a watermelon radish. That is all tossed in a white wine vinaigrette. It's very delicious. Got a little bit of acidic punch to it, but the way we make the vinaigrette also kind of gives you a creamy mouthfeel to it as well.
So creamy.
It's really.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again. Creamy mouthfeel.
Creamy mouthfeel.
Creamy mouthfeel.
Yes.
This is, when we're talking about salads, I love the description. The thing I noticed right off the bat is it's a little bit it's got dressing on it.
Correct.
And every piece is kind of layered with the dressing, and that's intentional.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I worked with a chef a long time ago. I used to drill it in my brain. You need sauce for every bite that you take on a plate.
Oh.
And sometimes that's a little bit too much, to be honest with you, but
interesting.
But it's definitely the case with a salad. I think you have to have enough sauce for every bite of salad on the plate.
But see, here's the thing. I love this kind of salad.
Absolutely.
Right? Like this looks like every single bite is going to be good. You guys, come on. Really? All right.
It's very light, very refreshing. It's a good way to start the meal that doesn't weigh you down, doesn't make you super heavy, doesn't make you feel bloated.
Okay, stop. The dressing.
Yes.
How much of this do you have in the back?
Just
say a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
A lot. Okay.
We make a lot at a time.
I would like to purchase a very large bottle of this dressing.
Okay.
What is the dressing?
It is a white wine vinaigrette.
White wine vinaigrette. Sounds so simple.
It is very simple.
And what's in it?
Garlic, shallots, white wine, oil, salt.
But
pepper.
It's special though. It's
it.
very it's really good.
It's all about the process you make it. You really want to make sure that with any vinaigrette, that you drizzle the oil in enough to where it becomes emulsified. It doesn't break. It doesn't separate. Sometimes when you don't get it emulsified correctly, you get an oily bite because the oil is the only thing you get. You want to make sure that it really incorporates together. And that kind of also makes it have that kind of creamy feel to it because you actually have a sauce that's put together. Yeah.
We love the creamy mouthfeel.
Absolutely.
Creamy mouthfeel is just knocking it out of the park. And I love the decoration,
Correct.
Just the nice little, because we are summer. We're still in summer. We're getting into fall.
Right. Everybody else has fall. We have summer until October.
Yeah. Totally fine. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam. We've got a lot to show you here at BRIX because they don't just have food. As you can see in the shot, they have wine, but y'all, they have something I have never seen before. We're going to talk about that in a second. But Chef, tell us what we're looking at here.
This is our hummus. Pretty straightforward hummus, garbanzo beans, tahini, served with some pita bread. It's also a good light way to start a meal. Also very, very creamy. You know, it's just a standard good eating on the patio, good eating on the on the bar top. If you have a group of people, you can share it very easily. It's just a very nice way to start a meal.
Now, tell me about the beans that you're using for the hummus, because, you know, there are several different ways that you can make hummus with a few different kinds of beans. And it is chef's choice, you know, maybe it's also driven by what your diners like. But tell us about the beans that you're choosing to use and why. So
we use chickpeas. My family is Lebanese. They're from the Mediterranean. And chickpeas are a pretty classic way of making hummus. And so I like to give back to my roots sometimes when I'm doing my cooking and make sure that you have those flavors from what I grew up with. And this is a really good example of one of those. You know, there's a Lebanese festival coming up. I know. That's, I think, the end of October. Fadi Damasi is the chair, I believe, of the Lebanese organization here in Houston. So shout out to Fadi Damasi, and just check online for that for that festival, because that's going to be pretty fun. Lots of great food. So that's so cool. Yeah. Indeed. So now tell us a little bit about yourself. So you grew up here in Houston? I grew up here in Houston, South Houston. I went to Thompson Intermediate School. I did 1 year at Dobie High School. Chef. And then really good. I think it's pretty good. Wait a minute. Wait. No, it's really good. It's because, no, seriously, because hummus is a tricky thing, right? I feel like this is a very competitive hummus town as well. We have a lot of really, really good hummus creators. Okay, I agree with that. This is a fantastic hummus. Well, thank you. No, seriously. I feel like the next one that comes out is going to have a hard-boiled egg in it, you know, for like the real, like we get in Philly, you know, we go around the corner to get the real, really good. They don't really do hard-boiled eggs in Lebanon. But. No. All right. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. Foodie cam. We'll go back to the foodie cam and take a look and see what we've got from Chef here at BRIX. We need power on that. What are we looking at? This is a pork empanada. And I kind of went a different route with it. I tried to incorporate some Asian flair into it. So the pork itself is braised in hoisin, which is a Asian barbecue sauce. Yes. I have that by the jar in my I do too. In my pantry as well. The swoop is also a hoisin mayo with a little hoisin drizzle. So you're trying to get all of that hoisin flavor to come out of it. Yeah. And then it's served with a banh mi vegetable, pickled vegetable. So kind of an influence of several different cultures in there. Yeah. But it's just a really good bite when you get everything together. You get the acidity, the creaminess, and the crunchiness from the empanada. It's just a really good bite. Yeah, good combination. So we've touched upon a few different cuisines, but tell everyone what kind of restaurant BRIX is, other than the wine cellar, obviously. And I'm going to tell you guys about that in a second, because it seems like you can get a lot of everything. It can. Yeah. We really want to incorporate and encourage people to eat small plates. So we try and drive a lot of small plates, but you can also come in and have a nice meal with the salad and entrees that we have as well. So we kind of want to make sure that we hit the best of both worlds and allow the people that want to order several small plates and share it, and the people that want to come in and say somebody wants to come in and have their own filet, they can come in and have their own filet. What did we say earlier? Creamy mouth? Creamy mouthfeel. Creamy mouthfeel. Okay, now I have a creamy finger feel with no, hold on. This is important. Let's talk about empanadas for a second. Yes. Because I have very strong feelings about empanadas. Okay. And maybe you don't, maybe you do. I don't know. But this, I feel like, is the right way to make an empanada. It's kind of croissant-y and thin, and, you know, it's not going to load your stomach down with grease. Correct. Before you even get to the good stuff on the inside. I feel like sometimes it's like I'm biting and I'm crunching and biting and crunching, and I feel like I'm eating pie crust. Correct. Which is fine. Right.
pie crust is great, but I think this is just a better empanada.
I like that you said flaky,
Mhm.
like a croissant, because that's kind of in my opinion, that's what you want to get out of an empanada. You want to have some flake to it, and you want to make sure that you still have the crispiness, still have the thing that makes an empanada, but also, like you said, not heavy. It's good.
Chef.
Did you get some of the?
This man is coming home with me.
Did you get some of this?
Okay. I don't know if y'all know about that or not.
My wife might have something to say about that.
Your wife may have a problem with that as well, but this is legitimately unbelievable. I mean, I would come here for this dish.
And you can. That's actually on our menu, separate from Houston Restaurant Week. This
Okay.
is one of the things that we try to have on. We try to have a couple of items in the Restaurant Week that will be on the menu, so that if somebody says, I love the empanadas, well, you can come back and get them anytime.
Okay. I usually don't take multiple bites of the same because I have to host the show.
Right,
Kind
I
of
get it.
Like weird little thing like that.
Yeah. Strange.
Tell everybody why this is so flaky. Is it you're not frying it, or perhaps you baking it?
No, we're frying
You're
it.
frying it.
We are
Okay.
frying it.
Okay.
It's
But lightly,
right.
not that much, because I don't taste a lot of excess oil.
Right.
Yeah.
So the good thing about this particular one is that the
Third bite.
filling is made on its own. So the filling is already cooked. It's prepared. It's ready to go. So you don't have to fry it for a very long time. All you have to do is get it enough to where that pastry gets crispy and the inside is hot, and then it's ready to go. And I think that's a lot of problem with some of the empanadas. They fry them too long, and they just get
Too hard.
yeah, and they taste like oil.
Yeah.
And all you taste is oil, and you lose all of the flavor out.
You lose all the flavor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's take a look at some of the entrees here at BRIX Wine Cellars up in Vintage Park. We're here with the executive chef. He's taking us through all of the dishes, and it looks like we've got one up on the Foodie Cam. Let's take a look and see what we are looking at on the Foodie Cam. Oh boy, chef, what are we looking at?
This is a Flounder piccata with garlic pasta and garlic sauteed spinach.
Olive oil.
Yep.
A little bit of lump crab in there. Now, y'all have a lot of wine here. This is a wine cellar. I want to talk a little bit about the ability to pair some of your dishes with your entrees. Not only do you have an incredible selection, but I really would love to point out that you have the ability to store your wine here in BRIX. As soon as you come into the restaurant, there's a beautiful window wall, and it is such a tasteful way. It's almost like a bookshelf, but then there's engraved plaques with the name of the people who own the wine. Like maybe one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really great for the customers to be able to get involved in what they have and what they're going to have with their meals. And it's a great way for us to have them come back regularly and see some of the new things that we're doing, because they will come back and drink their wine. That's here.
Yes. Little lemon butter.
Little bit of a lemon butter, pan sauce type of situation going on there. This is kind of similar to like a veal piccata, but we've done it with some flounder instead, so that we have a fish option. It's
really good. Yep. Yeah, really good. Now, is this a seasonal dish, or can this be found on your menu year round?
This is a seasonal dish. We do weekly features of fish, and this has been one of the features that I have done with the fish.
Yeah,
and we will revisit it because I think it's a good dish.
Summer, it's kind of
more of a summer, springy summer kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was perfect for the restaurant week.
And then this is I've heard been a popular
absolutely
choice during Houston Restaurant Weeks. What's
absolutely.
This
is a Stagman Chardonnay. It's family steak Chardonnay. It just pairs so well with the butter and the slight acidity from the sauce. It really just helps bring out the best of the dish and of the wine as well. And that's really what you're searching for when you want to have something paired together.
And I heard that y'all have some good wine specials occasionally. You're running some wine specials as well from time to time, and maybe people can check the website, check social.
We do. We put them on social media. We have a lot of special flights that allow you to taste different things and not get a full glass. So if you taste one you don't really care for it, then you have two other wines that you can choose from in your flights. And that's really the best way to get that information out and for people to taste and know what they like, because a lot of people come in and they don't know anything about wine. Yeah. So you don't know what you like until you start tasting them. And so
I love that.
That's a really good option.
I would be the person who would come in here to try the wine, and I would have a problem deciding which room to try the wine in, because
Correct.
every room here is so beautiful. Like I said at the top of the show, y'all have not seen a restaurant like this. It doesn't exist in Houston. Everything is very unique. And we're going to talk to one of the owners here in a little bit. She's going to share with us some of the inspiration that went through making this restaurant about 9 or 10 years ago, because it definitely is 16 years ago. Whoops, 16 years ago. That was the last episode, y'all. that was the last stop before this. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam. We're here at BRIX Wine Cellars up in Vintage Park. Everything has been amazing so far. What are we looking at?
This is a Dr. Pepper braised beef short rib, served with polenta and grilled asparagus.
You said Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
This is maybe the first Dr. Pepper braised short rib I've seen. I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be. It is Texas.
Right.
It's kind of appropriate.
Right. I agree.
Yep. Chef, tell me a little bit about what has inspired you to get into hospitality. What brought you to the kitchen? Was it family? Was it mama, grandma, grandpa, anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah. My family always cooked growing up. And so I like to tell the story. My sister and I were latchkey kids, and we would come home and we would call the mom when we got home and say, "Hey, Mom, we're home. We didn't get kidnapped on the way home," or whatever. And so my sister would call my mom, and my mom would say, "Hey, you need to do this, this, and this to get dinner started," because she worked an hour away. And my sister would immediately hang the phone up and turn to me and said, "Hey, Mom wants you to do this, this, and this, and this." And so joke's on her, because now I know how to cook and she doesn't really know how to cook very well. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep talking, because I would like to keep eating.
Okay.
I've gotten into the Dr. Pepper. I told them as soon as they brought it out, I said, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem, because I love short rib. And I knew, just based on everything I've seen from you and everything I've tasted so far, this was going to be a problem for me, because I wouldn't be able to stop eating it.
And the really good thing about this dish is this is one of the dishes that, once Houston Restaurant Week is done, will be on our menu. You can come and get this any day of the week.
All right, let's go back to the foodie cam. Going to take a look at another dish here at BRIX Wine Cellars.
Sorry, this is an ancho and coffee rubbed pork tenderloin, and that's served with mashed potatoes, grilled asparagus, and just a little reduction jus, just to kind of give it some sauce and some flavor to it.
Good old coffee rub. And anytime we see any meat rubbed in coffee, we got to shout out Robert Del Grande, who helped make this taste and process internationally recognized. Of course, we love Chef Robert from the Annie in Houston. If you grew up in Houston, y'all know what I'm talking about. And we love to see that influence that has grown all over the world. How is that dish? Do a lot of people like that?
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. It's kind of a riff off of a pork chop dish that we have on the menu. We wanted to give somebody something that they can taste every day with us, and something that is also a little bit different and fits the Houston Restaurant Week format, so that we can get some tickets sold. So we don't do the tenderloin this way, but we have the pork chop on our menu, which is a much larger format of a similar dish like this.
Yep. All right. Back to the foodie cam, because these dishes, this is definitely an experience, y'all. These dishes are in danger of being consumed before we actually show them to you on camera, because everybody here is going crazy. And wait until you see the dessert. Wait a minute, is that it?
That's one of them.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this thing has survived. What are we looking at, Chef?
So this is a chocolate brownie bread pudding.
Stop.
So it's your typical bread pudding, but
yeah, Chef, your typical bread pudding.
Typically made bread pudding, and then we make a brownie, chop it up, and throw little chunks of brownie in there with it, chocolate chips as well. It's finished with our house-made caramel sauce and our house-made chocolate sauce. If you are a chocolate lover, you will love this. Chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Be prepared. It's heavy. You might need to take one off of your belt, a little loop off of your belt to eat this.
Well, you know what? It is Houston Restaurant Weeks is affectionately called stretchy pants season.
Absolutely.
So we're totally fine with that. However, I have a small correction. There is nothing typical about anything that y'all are doing here at BRIX. I'm telling you, I am absolutely just floored. And we were talking about this earlier, because we go to so many restaurants, and we see so many dishes, and a lot of times you've seen a lot of cheesecakes, and you've seen a lot of creme brulees.
Right.
Then y'all get this, and you get this mixed with everything, and then it tastes better than you could have ever imagined. And so, Yes, y'all, I did have some coffee this morning, but it's also the chef who is creating the magic. All right, back to the foodie cam. We've got another dish to show you. Hopefully it's a dessert dish. Let's see what it's going to be. Yes, it is. Tell us what we're looking at.
So we are looking at 2 of our desserts. The one on the left is a classic creme brulee with a sugar brulee top. And then the one on the right is our chocolate truffles. This is the one thing that we actually don't manufacture in-house. We order those from the Sweet Shop. Shout out Sweet Shop.
Shout out to the Sweet Shop. We love shouting out local businesses.
We also like to support local businesses, and they do a really great job. And so I don't have the means or the space to make this, so I'd rather give somebody a chance to present themselves.
That's so, we find that so often in Houston. I think it's just because we have a lot of brilliance in Houston.
That's true as well.
And you have the ability to do it because I know a lot of chefs of your caliber. Correct. You're not going to trust the creation of something like this unless it's really, really legit. And joining us now is one of the owners and operators of BRIX Wine Cellars, Nita Miller. Thank you so much for letting us come in and invade your beautiful restaurant on your day off.
Well,
we really appreciate it so much. I feel like I've said this 6 or 7 times at least so far, but your restaurant is truly unique. It is, I mean, we go to so many restaurants in Houston, and there isn't anything like this in Houston. That must have been intentional.
Oh, yes. We did a lot of planning and designing behind the look and feel that we wanted to create here in this part of Houston.
And what was your inspiration for wanting to create such a unique and beautiful and different restaurant?
Really, the inspiration was wanting to create a place that we would want to go and enjoy ourselves. Somewhere that you had great ambiance, great food, great service, and just enjoy a nice glass of wine, an exceptional meal, and want to go back.
Yeah, I'm looking at an entire crew of people. They're all eating right now. They're eating the food. The show is not over. Show is not over, and they're all eating right now. Really, I mean, it's really not that tough of a drive. It's 22 minutes. I'm on the west side. I mean, it takes me 25 minutes to get downtown. We just kind of have to train ourselves to go the different direction. Because this is really incredible. It is a gem, like Chef. Chef, I know he's only been with you since February, but he seems like a find.
Fortunate. We are so grateful for everything that he has brought to the table here. He's just a great finish to our team.
Yes. All right. Tell me about one of the champagnes that you guys have here that is popular.
Well, that is the Grimoulet, which is just a lovely brut champagne that we brought in. Of course, there's no champagne that I personally don't like. This just happens to be the one that I recently have brought in again.
Yep.
Yes.
This is beautiful. And this has been popular or something that you have here.
It has. If you come to BRIX, you'll never see me without a glass of champagne in my hand. And so people always want to know what I'm drinking now. And I'm really drinking the Grimoulet right now. It's our fall festival. Everybody, you can go online, get the tickets, and come out and enjoy a beautiful afternoon and taste a lot of wines.
Oh, wonderful. And where can we find tickets?
Tickets you can find on our website at www.brickswinecellars.com.
brickswinecellars.com. And then are y'all on social media as well?
We are. We are. We are on Instagram, and we're on Facebook.
Yep.
And on our website.
All
you
right.
can always find everything.
Well, we were so excited. Y'all crushed Houston Restaurant Weeks this year. We are so thankful for your support of the Houston Food Bank. You are literally Houston Food Bank. You're literally feeding people, and we really appreciate it. This is the biggest check they get every year, and your entire staff should be very proud. So cheers to you. Cheers. Happy HRW. Remember, y'all only have a few more days. Head on over to HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com. Make those reservations on Open Table. Get out there, dine out, and do good so we can give the food bank their biggest check of the year. We will see you guys next time on another episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox 26.
Bye.